On Tuesday this week, Justin Trudeau's immigration minister walked into a meeting with a prepared speech and did something. Now, you might think that in this circumstance where tens of thousands of people are illegally entering Canada from safe spaces like upstate New York, and then claiming asylum in Canada to the point where we have to put people on buses and then house them in hotels in the Toronto area at the cost of hundreds of millions of dollars, instead of trying to fix that problem on Tuesday, you think that's what he would have done at this meeting. He did something else. And he did something that Justin Trudeau and this minister have been doing all along. He accused Conservatives of all sorts of things. He issued counter accusations. Now, look, I mean, this has been Justin Trudeau's game all along, but today, Justin Trudeau's immigration minister went one step further. On Wednesday morning, I went out and in Ottawa, and I took an hour-long press conference where I outlined very clear principles under which a Conservative Party, when we formed government in 2019, would manage Canada's immigration system. Many of you watched that video. Many of you saw the work that we did to put those principles together. And then we went further. We outlined concrete policy actions that would restore order to Canada's immigration system. The steps that we would take to close the loophole in the Safe Third Country Agreement, to ensure that the world's most vulnerable are prioritized, as opposed to people who have already reached upstate New York, that ensure that when people are entering Canada as economic immigrants, that they're actually matched, those levels are matched to the needs of Canada's economy, and that's the first thing that we're driving to. I put forward concrete policy on Wednesday morning so that Justin Trudeau and his immigration minister would have to talk about that. And what did he do in response today? What did he do? He used my name, my exact name, and the word racism in a tweet. Like, does this guy know how to do anything else? I mean, he's overseen a complete failure of Canada's immigration system. And I mean, to the point where Justin Trudeau didn't even really have the courage, the fortitude, if you will, to fire this guy. He actually put someone else, Bill Blair, in charge of the border, but then didn't give this guy any departments reporting to him to be able to do that. No, that's all this guy knows how to do. I mean, can you believe that? Instead of saying, okay, well, maybe, I might not agree with Rempel on everything, but, let's look at what she's got to say. Maybe there's some stuff in there that we could implement to try and restore order and compassion. But no, that's because Justin Trudeau wants to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on people who are illegally crossing the border to put them into hotels. And don't argue with me otherwise on that, because these are budgetary announcements that he keeps making. He has his parliamentary secretaries and his ministers coming out saying, oh, there's more installment payments coming. They have no plan at all to close the border. And every day in the House of Commons, I'm standing up, I'm saying, no, you need a plan. This press conference that we did on Wednesday held them to account on this. And then what do we get? Instead of civilized, rational debate and response, the old canard, Michelle Rempel, racism. That's just so disingenuous and so dishonest. So I need your help. I need your help tonight. Many of you have watched the work that I've done as Shadow Minister for Citizenship and Immigration over the last 3 years. You've watched my work in the House of Commons. You've watched my work in committee. You've watched me hold these guys to account, get under their skin, and show that they have no answers. So I need your help. I know that because we are putting forward such strong policy and I'm at the forefront of this issue right now, they're coming after me. And that tweet was proof of that. So I need to get ready for my next campaign. And many of you have already been helping me do this. I set a goal earlier this year of raising $100,000 this summer to ensure that we were ready for a campaign. And that's what it takes to win an election every year, or every cycle. So if you can go to cpcmichelle.ca and donate even $5, that helps my team, my volunteer team who are getting ready for the campaign, get ready, get all of the infrastructure in place to ensure that while the Liberals are going to try and do stuff like this to me, because they don't want me around, they don't want to be held to account, that we're building that re-election campaign. That's what I need you to do tonight. While you're doing that, you have my commitment and my word that I will keep doing what I've been doing all along. that I'm going to keep working hard, making sure that Justin Trudeau's ministers are brought in front of committee, that the policies that we put forward this week, that we're making sure that we're getting those implemented. And then when they're not looking at these common sense policies, when they're not talking about that, and when they're calling us names, we're actually making sure that we are contrasting what they're doing, their failures, to what Canadians actually want. And you know what? I'm going to also just keep saying what every one of you wants to hear, because we all know that it's right. And that is that asking common sense questions about the budget related to immigration and the immigration levels that we have in Canada, and how we manage those, and who's selected and under what circumstances, that is a reasonable thing to do. And that's what Canada's Conservatives are here for, and that's what we've been doing all along. So I want to thank all of you who have supported me in the past. I want to reach tonight 1/3 of my goal. I'm almost there. I need to raise another about $3,000 in the next few hours, and I will reach 1/3 of my goal for the summer. So cpcmichelle.ca, even $5 makes a difference. Many of you have donated a lot more than that. I want to thank all of you so much. Please continue to donate, because we are now in the lead up to the election. This sort of stuff, that sort of stuff that the immigration minister did today, that's because they are setting their campaign narrative. We are rejecting that. We are rejecting those labels, and we're rejecting those labels on behalf of, they would cast everyone in Canada who would ask these questions with those labels. And I just think that's wrong. So please get out and help me tonight. cpcmichelle.ca. Together we'll continue to work hard and defeat Justin Trudeau and replace Canada's immigration policy that has just been absolutely ruined under Justin Trudeau with a strong, orderly, compassionate, and fair immigration system. Working hard for you in Halifax. Have a great day.